Dating requires sacrifice. That doesn't always have to be a bad thing though. I think everyone can relate to the feeling of liking someone and going out of your way to do something for them that they'd like. I've definitely done this many times in my life and I'm sure you have too. But I feel like this is just a part of human nature because you want to impress them. Even if it's a little inconvenient for you, you do it anyways because you want to show that you care. But what happens when it goes wrong? I've actually been seeing someone for a little while now and it's been going great so far. We both like traveling to new places and talked about how it'd be fun to go on a trip together. It sounds like a good time, but I'm also a little bit nervous about it. We'd be with each other 24/7 in a new country, which is a whole new experience. Whenever I travel, I try to live like the locals and do stuff that they enjoy, but I also like to adventure and try new things too. It'll be a different experience going with someone I'm dating, but here's to stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new. Because today, we're going to Iceland.
I really didn't know how to play you. Honestly,
Alright, so off the bat, we already got separated because I have TSA pre-check and she doesn't, but that's not my problem. Alright, let's go. After we got through security, we had a fancy meal, boarded the plane, flew across the ocean, landed in Iceland, and settled in at Iceland. Alright, we got the goods. Alright, so we just went to Broad & Co. Bakery. Ready to hit some lunch?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Driving montage.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun.
We are here in Iceland. It is super windy, but we are about to go try this restaurant that she picked out. Before we do, holy crap, look at this view. Let's go get some food.
Let's hold on tight, found what we're looking for in life.
One wolffish, one blue ling, and one salmon, please. Thank you. The food was good, but now we wanted something to warm us up since it was so cold outside. What do you think of the matcha?
With like a little more sugar, but you have the sweet one here, so.
Kind of a smooth talker. Riz master. The coast is really pretty, but it's just so windy. So every time we try to take a picture outside, it just ends up like super good weather. Now my hair is just like all black.
No, you look handsome.
My jawline looking pretty good though in this. Alright, well, let's see what we do next. We wanted to check out some of the most famous things in Reykjavik, which brought us to
Hallgrímskirkja.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that correctly.
Hallgrímskirkja.
It is a massive church with really cool architecture, but we headed to the top for some views of the city. So right now we're on top of the church that I cannot pronounce, but we heard that every so often that the bells go off. Wait, the views are really nice, but it is just so windy, so you just can't you can't stand there without getting blasted away by the wind.
Because you blow me away.
Okay, Riz Master, Riz Lord. After taking some photos and doing some more exploring, we went back to the car to head to our next stop and to warm up.
And we heard the bells ring.
We heard the bells ring.
Dun 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 dun.
I don't know if it's those bells.
Yeah, it was hard to open the door, but I can open the door to your heart.
What kind of video is this?
You let me know.
Since this was our first day in Iceland, we wanted to take it easy and have a chill day exploring the city. We went to a few more famous spots in Reykjavik, ate some food, and had a nice relaxing day. But tomorrow won't be so relaxing. My travel partner booked a tour for us, so we woke up early and headed out to see more of Iceland. We got to see some really cool nature and definitely saw a lot of water. The wind is terrible. We're making it work. As cool as the scenery was, it was so windy that we tried talking to the camera, but you can't even hear anything we're saying because the mic was only picking up the wind. But also, things were going well with my travel partner too. We're 2 days into the trip and have had no issues so far. The nature in Iceland is beautiful and it's been fun to have someone to go see it with. But little do we know, we were about to get a lot closer with the nature very soon. We got on a massive truck, drove up a mountain, got stuck in the snow for 15 minutes, and we're about to do one of the coolest things I've ever done. Our tour took us to a glacier. Dating requires sacrifice. People always talk about how relationships are supposed to be 50-50, but I don't really think that's true. In a perfect world, they might be split right down the middle, but I'm not perfect and neither are you. Nobody is. You're going to have some days when you're not your best and your partner's gonna have to carry the team a little more. But it can't just go one way. You're gonna have to do more than 50 on the days when your partner isn't at their best too. So the question is, are you willing to do that? I think everyone can relate to the feeling of liking someone and going out of your way to do something for them, but that's the way it should always be. Relationships are not about making the sacrifices early on and then never going out of your way again. As much as love is a feeling, it's ultimately a choice. When you're with someone for 1 month, 1 year, 3 years, 10 years, it's not because every day was easy and filled with joy, but because you made the choice to be with that person through everything, good and bad. The best relationships are not the ones that have no problems, but the ones that are able to talk and work through those problems together. And a big part of dating is finding someone that you're compatible with, not just for the highs, but especially for the lows. So what makes a relationship good? While the answer is different for everyone, I think that the best relationships are the ones where both people are constantly pushing each other to be better. It's important to feel supported by your partner, but it's just as important to lift them up too. Push each other to be better, take risks, and step outside your comfort zone. I want someone that adds to my life in every way. I left the comfort of being at home in New York City to go to Iceland and do something new, and it's been an amazing experience so far. And it's been really great to have someone to do this with too. This was the coolest experience, but there's even more to look forward to. I thought I wasn't recording. I was like, that would have been so bad.